Hello, welcome. In this particular video, I will explain about the module 1 left out topic, which we were unable to cover in the classroom. In the view of a requirement of the first internal examination, I'm just recording this video so that you can learn about what is the left out topics were there. As you know, in the syllabus part, we were discussed about those things, and I already informed you all in the message that the topics were which I am going to cover. But before that, I will discuss about very important one concept called as keyword, keyword argument, keyword argument in print function. Okay, this is print function is one of the function, keyword argument, whenever we are calling the function, we are passing the some value that is called as argument. And here we are talking about keyword. So what is this basically? In Python, uh, there are some arguments which is passed with parameters in the value format, called as keyword argument. For example, for example, uh, I will show this. Let me open the ideally first so that I can show you, or else let me take you on the VS Code Direct so that I can show you the what I wanted to convey there. So this is you are seeing that editor here. If I will write print function, okay. If I will write print function, observe here what it is coming: values, object, separator, string, none. I mean, these things can be inside this function, inside this print function till here. These are called as keyword arguments. What I am able to pass inside this as an argument, observe here. These things, values, object, separator, and file, flush, none. I mean, these many things, separator and file, flush. These are you can pass inside that. That is called as keyword argument. Got it? This is what I wanted to convey. As per your syllabus, I will discuss here basically two kind of argument. One is separator SCP. Another one is end. Okay. These two we have to discuss. We have to learn. Already this I explained in the classroom, but okay, again I will explain. So basically, this separator will use to print between multiple values. I mean, separation, what kind of a separation you want to give between these codes. Okay. For example, let's take this separator. Uh, so what is this meaning? Very simple meaning. We are trying to print, for example, hello, hello, comma, world, understood? And then we are separating hello world with the help of this dash. So you can put in the output, if output will come once you will run this will display like hello world. So you are seeing this particular option because of separator you can get. This is what the meaning of this. This I already explained in the classroom. Next, very small but very factual, end, end line, line ending, end. So, for example, we have print hello, and in the another line we have print word, and we wanted to execute this, but I want my output like that. Okay, I want my output hello world. How I will get? Though I have a two separate lines to print this. So for that, I will write. Uh, it's very easy. Uh, Only one change you have to make here. In this first of line, the change is nothing but after writing hello, just add and explicitly just declare here blank. Otherwise, if you're not printing, it is considering as a backslash sign at last. Okay, by default, your interpreter will consider. Now you run this, okay, you will get this output. This is what the meaning of keyword argument in print function. These two terms they mentioned in your book. That's why I just explained. Now I will explain about the very important topic, uh, local and global scope. Guys, very, very important topic, local and global scope. Please note down these things. This is I'm explaining as a part of your syllabus only. Local scope and global scope. Local scope and global scope. Local and global scope. Okay. Pardon my handwriting actually. Uh, I'm trying, but okay, it's legible. Okay. Local scope within function, if you are declaring any variable, so their scope within the function only. The outside function, if you are declaring the variable, the entire area wherever the program you're writing, that particular variable scope will be there. That as of now you have learned about, right? So I will teach you what is the meaning of this. What is the global and local variable? Okay. So you recall your C language when first you understand what is local variable. Okay. You should understand what is local variable. So if inside function, if you are using any variable called as local variable, inside variable, if you are declaring any variable called as local variable. Global variable means outside to the function. Okay, outside to the function, if you are declaring any variable called as global variable, right? Now, let me explain this with very simple example. Let's say def, one function I'm going to declare, and I'm giving the name of a function test. Okay, I'm not passing any parameter. Then I am telling here x equals to 5 and I will print 5. Okay, what do you mean by this? You observe here where you are declaring this variable. Where you are declaring this variable. You are declaring inside the function. So this is called as local variable. Okay, next. What do you mean by the global variable? Let me explain the global variable. You are declaring variable outside to the function and you are declaring now, you are declaring one function, same function, let's say test column and print x. Okay, fine. Now you observe here, scope of this variable outside to the function. So called as global variable. But motto is to understand what this mean. Okay. So where it is applicable. Thing is, this variable cannot be accessed outside to the function, but this variable can be. Okay. Each function has separate memory, each function have a separate memory. Now, one more concept I will explain here. I will take you on VS Code to explain these things practically. But before that, you try to understand. If I am writing one code here, x equals to 10, then I am declaring the one function called as test. Okay. Inside that, I am writing here print, print, and I'm trying to just I'm trying to just execute this. Okay. And then I am declaring one more variable. You know what it will do? If you try to run this program, okay, after declaration, come out and call the function, what it will do? It will throw one error called as unbound error. Unbound error. Very important error. Why? The question is why? That I will let you know. Because X is look locally you have declared, but before that only you are calling through the function. It is a programming behavior that before using the variable, you have to declare the variable. Now you will say, sir, I have declared here global variable. If you are declaring variable inside the function, outside to the function also, then local variable first will get considered, then global variable will get consideration. It's very similar to the precedence and associativity. Understood? So keep in mind, you would have been declared here first. Then you would have been applied this print x. But what you did, down to print, you are declaring the variable. So this is not correct in terms of Python, and it will throw the unbound error. So now, now I will take you on VS Code and I will explain about these things. Okay, I will explain about these things. Now, now we have opened our VS Code, and here I will explain what I was telling there, right? And it's very simple phenomena. You please observe here. What I will do here, I will start from simple only about the local and global scope. Okay, if you are declaring the variable outside to the function, that global scope. If you are declaring the function, variable inside the function, that is local scope. For example, I'm declaring one function test. Okay, as I was explaining in the whiteboard. Now I have declared here x equals to 5, and now I want to print the x. Now I want to print the x. So I have taken this. How to print? You have to call the function. I will call the function. Very simple. Okay, and this is without parameter, without argument. Now let me run it. Okay, as soon as I will run, expected output 5 I am getting here. Fine. There is no problem. This is so good. No problem. So, but thing is, this x is having a scope inside the function only. Inside the function only. You can test here. If I will write here, sorry, I will write here def test 1, and I will try to here fetch out the print x. Will it work? Will it work? X is coming error. It is not getting anything. It is not getting anything. So it is telling not defined. Okay, I will come to this part later on. So you understood the meaning of this. Okay. Now, one more thing I will do here. Now this time I will declare x equals to 100 global variable, and then inside local variable x equals to 5, and I am printing x and then calling. What do you think what it will print? What it will print? Local variable 5, global variable 100. Okay, let me run it and check it. So, oh sorry, 1 second guys. Let me clear it so that you can understand it properly. Now observe here, local variable only coming, local variable only coming. That's the purpose. But again, at the same time, if I will do that, now if I will do that, this another function which I had taken, okay, and now again I will call the second function which I have declared, this one, okay, and I will save it. What do you think? This will print the local through the local variable, but this will take the value from this global variable. Okay, let me run it. Let me check. Yes, are you getting? Are you getting? It's, I think, clear to you. Okay, if not, please revise the video. You'll come to know. So this is the behavior of a local and global. This is the behavior of a local and global. One more thing I wanted to convey here. This I have done. Let me make it a comment and let me take you down. And here, one more concept I will try to explain: unbound error. Unbound error. For example, x equals to, take one global variable. Okay. Now declare one function called as test2, and now I will say x, print x, and then I will say x equals to y. What you are thinking? If I will call the function, what I will get if I will call the function? Huh? I just explained on the whiteboard this concept only. Very important concept. Please understand it. It is telling unbound error. Unbound error means local variable x where it is not associated with the value. Because first you are printing, then you are declaring. That is the violation of a rule in the programming. Fine. So what is the alternate to do that? Either you declare first, then print it, then it will work. Okay. Otherwise, you don't take this, let it be with the global variable and it will print the global variable. Observe here. So it is printing 100. So this is how it is working out. So before using variable, you have to declare it. That's the mandatory part. Now, one more thing, one more thing I wanted to do. Let me make it this one. Now, one more concept, global variable keyword. One more very important concept. Please mind it. Global keyword. What is global keyword? Maybe in your exam, they will ask this question directly. Global keyword. So what do you mean by this? Okay. So let me explain. X equals to 10, let's say. Then def change, one function name is change. And now I am writing here global, global. Okay. X explicitly I am declaring that the X is global. Okay. And then X equals to 20. Oh, sorry. X come down. And then I'm telling X equals to 20. Okay. Now, if I will save it and I will call this function, what will happen? Just observe here. If I will do like that, will it print anything? Just check it. Will it print anything? Nothing. Nothing is printing. So now observe here. Very important point, which I am going to explain here. Now, if I will write print X, just simple. What do you think? Whether 10 or 20? 10 or 20 is very important concept. It's almost I have taken from the sum of a placement paper. Observe here. Now this 20 become global because of explicitly writing this global and you are making this variable x as a global, and now outside you are when you are printing this x, it is taking this inside local variable as a global variable and it is coming. Then the question for you, what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, this is the question I'm leaving for you. You answer me. You answer me. This is about local global scope and the global keyword. Remember it. What is the global keyword? Global keyword is nothing but making local variable as a global if you are explicitly declaring that particular variable as a global with the global keyword. Okay, fine. Hmm. So this is about this one. Now, next topic I will discuss exception handling. Exception handling is very important topic for your exam point of view. It is in module 1 they have given in last chapter. So topic is exception handling. Okay, exception handling. What do you mean by this? So first of all, what is the definition? Let me write the definition. An exception is an error. You know this and this exception is an error. So I will write here an exception is an error. Okay, underline it. Understood. Exception is nothing but it's an error that occurs that occurs that occurs during runtime. During runtime. So mind it during runtime. It's very important. Keep in mind what is exception. Exception is an error which is happening during runtime. Now, example, example. So if you are not handling error, you're not handling error, what it will show? What it will show? For example, x equals to 10, y equals to 0, and then I'm trying to print x by y. What it will print? It will print error. And what error it will print? Zero division error. Zero division error. Our interpreter already programmed in such a way that will get the error if you're not following such certain criteria. Okay. And sometime you are making the mistakes and you are getting the some messages that error happen or something, rather getting exact things, you are getting the some simple message. But exactly in machine level, something is happening. but you are not bothering about. Multiple times it is there in like your day-to-day life you have faced. So by that, what will happen? System will get crashed. Nothing it will represents. So how to handle this situation? So this is the topic. Exception handling. How to handle this error? Okay. So there is something called as try and accept. Try and accept. Try and accept. Try colon, and in that you will write the risky code which may raise error. Risky code. Okay. Then you will have another block called as accept colon. Accept colon. Inside that you will write something code to handle the error. This is the syntax. Code handle the error. Okay. Concept. What is try and accept? First try to understand. Try block, accept block. Two blocks are there. This is syntax. It will come together. Okay. This is syntax. It will come together. Next. Try colon. Sorry. Try colon. As soon as you will give the colon, you will come inside the block, and after taking indentation, you will write some. For example, this code only you will write. But rather displaying this error message, you will accept it. You will accept it and you will display the some logical message, which will make you understand what is happening here. Maybe here you will write print and you will pass like that you can't divide by zero. Rather displaying the zero division message error, you may pass you can't divide by zero. Okay. So let me take you on the VS Code, and there with the help of example I will explain one by one. Maybe it will make some lengthy process, but this is the era where you are in the ambit of machines, and maybe you need to find work with the machine, so you have to be in that level. Try. Okay, I have written try. Then I'm writing here, for example, x equals to 10, then y equals to 0, and then you are writing here accept. Okay, accept, and then you are writing here pass some mess. Okay, uh, mm, 0, and let me do that. Print, and just do x divided by y. Very simple code. This I have written. Okay, let me, sorry, x equals to 10, y equals to 0. Okay, and then print x divided by y. What it will do? You know answer. If I will run it, it will throw zero division error. Observe here. Zero division error. Okay. It is telling you are explicitly trying to run code by zero, which is not applicable. How to prevent this kind of a situation? You can't prevent if you are making mistake. Only you can just rescript your answer. Rather than displaying this message, you display some manual logical message which will make some sense. For example, what you have to do, the entire code you have to pass inside the try block, because this is the risky code where maybe error will occur. Try. Understood? The entire code you pass inside this. Okay, and then accept this error and write here some message. So what message? You can't divide by 0. That's it. Save it. Now, rather getting this output, you will get this output. You can't divide by 0. Now, observe here. You can't divide by 0. But if I will do here some legible, do you think that except block will execute? Observe here. No, you are getting output. So only risky code you are writing inside the try block. So these two are try and accept a keyword which is used to handle the exceptions in the Python. This much only concepts are there. So uh, there are variety of error may occur. variety of error may occur. Let's say, rather taking integer, I will take here string. I will write here 10. I want to divide 10 by 10. Do you think 10 by 10 it will work? So there are variety of errors, no? You know, you know very well this concept. Name error, value error, index error, zero division error, lot of errors are there. Now I will write here, what mistakes are happening here. Hmm. Let me write here, print invalid attempt. Let's say I'm writing here. And let me check why it is not working. Except spelling is correct only. Okay, let me just make it this one. Yeah, at a time only one except you can run. Okay, multiple also applicable. I have used. I will check this. I will let you know about it. Now, if I will run, see, is it possible that you can divide any integer value with a string value? No. So better if I will not write this. If I will not write this, I will try to this only. Let me copy it and let me up try to perform it. Okay. Let me try to perform it and let me just, okay. Now let me run it. You observe here what will happen. Some value error will come, you know. Oh, sorry, type error is coming. Okay. Now, how to handle this error? How to handle this error? To handle this, just push this entire code inside the try except block. You see, entire code I pushed inside the try except block. In the try block, you will write the risky code, and except block, you will write the some message instead of getting this message. You are writing some, I mean, legible message. So now let me run it. Observe it in invalid attempt. Understood? So this is how you can perform these kind of things. And there is one more keyword called as finally. Finally. Okay. There is one more keyword called as finally. Finally is always true. You know, whatever is there, that will always execute. For example, I will always active. This message I'm typing here. Okay. If I will run this code again, you see here, invalid attempt, and then finally block is always working. So it's optional. It is up to you. You want to use, you can use. Okay. One more thing. Here, if I'm writing except, and then I'm writing here else, else, will it work? Will it work? Let me try. I'm writing here pass, placeholder. I'm writing pass, placeholder. Now let me run it. So I'm not getting error, means else also you can use. Here you can print anything. If this is not valid, then it will come here. Okay. So what is the meaning of these all individually? Let me write it. This means that contain risky code only. Okay. Contains risky code. And then this means handles error. I mean, it will not change the error, but yes, it will hide the error and it will show the some human made message. Else part, run if no error. Run if no error. You can justify it. Just take your valid integer value and do it. It will and replace this pass through some of message that will get print, and then finally always execute. Okay. There are few certain errors are there that I am leaving for you, which you will do the practice. For example, zero division error already done, value type error I have done. Now you perform for the uh, value error. Okay, that I will not explain. Okay. Hmm. You may check with the like valid age and many other things also. Okay. So So whatever left out concepts were there, almost I have explained. Now let me quickly just take you on the syllabus, I mean notes part, and let me just revise it what it is. So I explained here in the first chapter, I explained about basic Python interactive shell where we gone through ideally, and there we worked on REPL, means read, evaluate, print loop. We saw expressions, how expressions are working. Arithmetic operator we gone through, then operator precedence we saw, then we solved some expressions, then we gone through some data types, and we saw that integer, floating, and string data types. And later on, how variables are working, those things practices we did, how to declare the variable, and what are the three rules to define the variables. That is very important, I have done. Then we executed programs. Okay. And we saw that how to take the user input also, and many practices I have listed in first chapter. Now observe here in second chapter what I have done. I started with flow control. I explained how you can demonstrate the problems with the flow chart, and I recommended you for any such kind of a looping or conditional statements are there. You should always draw one flow chart. This you could practice. Then later on, I talked about Boolean values. In that, I talked about true and false, and I told you that the true and false must start from the caps. Okay, and 1 is representation of true and 0 is representation for false. Then I talked about Boolean operator and or not, that is in a small case. And then we gone through multiple examples. We after that comparison operator, we gone through this comparison operator, and there are many exercises we have done. Please practice it. Many programs were listed in the notes also. And one by one, I'm giving these things to the videos also. Please follow this. Then these things we have done. Then if statement, and I always recommending you, if you are going for conditional and looping concepts, and if any program, any problem statements are given to you to solve in the exam, explain properly, define it, syntax, draw the problem flow chart, then draw the, I mean, write the programs, then demonstrate the output, and write down some conclusion point also to get the good marks. Then we saw multiple programs, then else part we discussed about, then these things. Please revise it. Okay, then we'll gone through Elif statement, and on basis of that we did many programs. So please do practices. This is for you only. Then we saw through, we are going through while loop, for loop, these things we done, and multiple programs. As of now, 25 programs online, and more than 50 programs we have done in the classroom. So please do practices. We saw the GCD calculation and many things we have done actually. So please revise it. Then we saw break statement, continue statement, then pass, and these statements we did. Then range, for loop, then range function we studied, and in that we saw that range is having three varieties. One is range with stop, and range with start and stop, and then range with start, stop, and step. Please revise it. You will come to know. If any doubt, please ask. Okay. Then we did some programs. Then we worked on the importing modules. There we saw very good programs, random program, maths program, system programs. We saw that sys.exit function, and this was about second chapter. Then third chapter, functions, we were doing function. We saw built-in function, user-defined function, how to declare the function, and the how to declare the function. In that, what are the things were there, calling, definition, and declaration, these all things. And we did some programs. Then how to pass the parameters, and how parameter and arguments are working. In that, one program is there, very famous program is there. Well, you try to run it. Import random program. Okay, import random program and pass some messages and try to return it. You do it. This all you have to do actually. Okay, what is the meaning of return keyword, how when you are calling the function, what is happening there, and avoid unnecessary variables. I told you now, I'm not using the third variable directly. I'm passing inside the function and getting the output. For example, here you see these examples I have taken for you only. Then none type we discussed about. Okay, why we are using, what is this, where it is applicable, everything I explained. Then keyword argument and the print function we talked about, positional argument and keyword argument I talked about in the classroom. Please go through. If any doubt, any moment you can ask. Guys, please don't skip. Everything is very important. Then local global scope I discussed. Then I discussed exception handling. Then Actually, after this, you have some mini projects is there. This I wanted to discuss. Guess the number. Guess the number. You may make it simple, but this is given in your book. So problem statement is given, and how to write the code. Please run it and try to solve it. I will discuss this. No problem. What do you mean by doc string? Doc string is nothing but it's just a commented line inside the function or class or module you can pass, and this will not this will not execute, but yes, this will make a sense that what you wanted to do there. Yes, but if you're not using this sometime, it will may throw error also. It's not in your syllabus, but you must know what is this doc string, so go through. Then collides the program. What is the collides the program? You run it. Okay, you run it and you come to know. So here I'm ending this entire one module. If any doubt in this, please ask. Okay, and apart from that, whatever I am giving the notes and videos, please follow and put practice for the CC exam. Okay. Okay, I'm stopping here only. Please utilize this video. Thank you.